喂喂喂，入返嚟未？入返嚟未
？Revelio。
？Hello， 我去上堂啦。呢度有個門嘅，唔係呢個等級一鎖定，係我要學解鎖嗰個咒語先至可以開到。上草藥堂。
Good morning, Professor Garlic. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
好夠殺啊！初三。
Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the Quickly! Place your mandrake in the new pot and pack out the soil!
就係咁就上完堂啦。
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new... I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
好享受，我真係聾啊！
I'll say, nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. It wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy.
Pardon me, Professor. What am I supposed to do with the dittany seeds?
Your part in all this floral alchemy is simple.
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Strange.
10分鐘，好啦。哇，咁我要去等10分鐘啦，真係搞笑。
Well done! Once it can be... Now, what say we...
You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron.
Cabbages do
come
get
on.
testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Here, dear, and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
佢都算係個後生嘅 Miss。
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing nice work in defense against the dark arts, by the
行
way.
得唔好多死啦。
Excuse me?
Your duel with
得
Sebastian.
閒同你 meet
And
喎
he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you
Yeah,
outright
good timing,
slaughtered
yeah.
him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well,
Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage.
有幾 Chinese 喎。
Go on. Now, see that dummy? They'll do the rest. Look at that. Oh, until they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like
Yeah,
stupid
Sam
boom tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't...
trust me, Leander. I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course, you're, not someone to be trifled with. I see that. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden.
先冇講過我
You
阿
get
爸
the
阿媽啲
idea.
嘢。
Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
喂，想抌佢喎，乜都執下先。教我啊，做乜唔咬我？
Revelio.
呢度有啲料到，學咗解鎖之後有排開點喎？喂喲，林亮就嚟 off 咯喎！
Helpful reminder as to why we should...
The best time to plant a seed is last season.
夠唔夠殺啊？呢
The
套
best
衫
time is now.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite...
講真，唔係好 care 啲植物。
Thank you, Professor, but looking after plants isn't all that thrilling to me.
I think you'll come to see that the fruit is well worth the labour. As we herbologists like to say, tend to your plants and they'll tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that...
唔多死啊！唔做任務都唔過嚟揾你啊！就係咁。
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new
仲有5分鐘先做完，點搞？
Cost me my
係之後先算，
hearing.
就冇料上堂。喂，冇實住晒啊！喂喂喂！
What
you up to now?
而家上咩堂好呢？魔藥學有啲無聊堂，唉，是但。魔藥堂同啱啱草藥堂係咪有唔同㗎？
It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
肥仔。
Incendio.
拜拜。波士堂。
I bet he knows more than he's letting on about the goblin rebellion.
快啲學解數嗰啲
Potions is one
嘢。
of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize
真係
and
恭喜
even
發
heal
財，咁
a
解。
variety of injuries.
It can heal some
你喺
injuries.
嗰邊有冇過咩做嗰啲咩 CNY
Point for
嘢？
Ravenclaw.
興一興
Before
個
today's class
知
is completed, each of you will have brewed a
估
Wigan-Weld
咗
potion.
你，所以今日講明我哋呢個
of
live
your
唔係好講嘢，留言嘅
Never
唔好
know
留
when
言，
you
講嘢
might
嘅唔好講
need
嘢，
it.
然之後一點就會 off，就係咁。聽日再開啦，聽日精神翻啲咁樣去開呢個 live 咧，健談翻少少
Use a
啦。
strong, even
4
motion
個觀
when
眾添，
crushing your
我真係冇嘢好
ingredients.
講啦。
Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
無聊飲啊真係，又冇時機，叫我做乜就做乜。嚇！仲有7分鐘 off， 仲用電視睇，係咪就係會爆炸？
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful.
簡單嚟講，呢個魔藥堂同埋草藥堂都係俾我之後種啲嚟自己恰啲
My
藥嚟
parents
飲
considered
嘅。
keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
有咩問題呢？
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary
老
opportunity.
友嚟喎。
I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley.
Gareth.
Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so
紅
myself.
頭髮嘅
Pleasure to meet
Weasley。
you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be
我
spectacular.
老友榮
I'm just
恩
missing
嗰
one tiny
啲
last
嘢。
ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
是但啦，撻嘢啦，一齊撻嘢啦。
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the fan.
Okay, let's go.
Remember, precision is key when brewing.
灰蛋喺邊度啊？哇，咁大隻嘅！仲有冇咩好搞？有冇收埋啲咩啊？
Potion should not be that color, Miss McDowell.
俾你啊！
Here's the Fwopper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurance potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
OK。呢個有啲嘢想講，俾你講。
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
擦鞋仔原來特登叫我過去聽啲擦鞋説話。
Proficiency and potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
哦，就係用時間去換呢啲藥，咁搞笑。有隻 offline game 玩到好似有啲手機唔俾錢就要等咁樣。
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, thank you.
爆炸喎！
Coming from a fellow Ravenclaw. And
喺
I've
呢個
never
時
seen
間
anyone
走嚟
use such a flawless
睇
Wiggenweld
劇情，
potion
唔
on
知
their
入面
first
隔
try.
離發生咩
Well
事
done.。
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by
上咩
potion
堂
recipes, it's as if
都
they're
係
written
天
in
才，
gobbledygook.
我都唔知講咩
A
好。
fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Star. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy
佢
together. You'll
對
love
話
it.
還
Professor
對
Shaw
話
is firm,
現場發生啲嘢
clever.
同時發生
See you
咁
soon,
樣，
no doubt.
應該啱啱永欣煲嘢衰咗。
Wasn't expecting that literally to blow up in my face. It was rather brilliant, though. I'd better clean up. You should finish brewing your...
Keep your
Fine job brewing your first Wiggenweld potion. But there are many potions yet to learn. This is going to be a busy year.
I brewed an Endurance potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
哎呀，我唔明喎，咩啊？
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply any... That'll be all.
係咪真係我敢唔敢可以自己入嚟揾啲嘢溝下溝
I
下
think
咁
each
就
of
可
us
以？
has had enough excitement for
唔
one
係啊，
day.
佢全部有 recipe。
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking
知
responsibility.
就好啦，女街坊。
Professor Sharp wasn't happy. Leave me out of your grand plans next time.
Sorry to hear that. Hopefully he's already forgotten about it. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in
男
his
人嚟
day.
嘅喎，Gale
Best be
唔係
off. Next time we talk,
咩
I
啊？
promise. Fewer explosions.
唔記得佢叫咩名。榮恩啲 friend 嚟嘅喎。啊，鎖翻到妹佢已經。
Don't fret if you run out of ingredients. I simply grow most of what I need.
That was it.
可以去翻收成啱啱嗰個溫室。冇蝕俾佢。嚇，無限種㗎，唔可以種其他嘢㗎。就冇嘢執下。好啦，睇下有咩任務。我想做呢個，學咗個去武器走去。遠唔遠嘅？佢都唔講我要去邊度嘅。算啦，行路過去啦。開放式任務。嚇！我邊度無啦啦揾敵人啊？即係我要做到就做到咯。我咪可以去嗰個打，係咪呢度嚟㗎？嗰個絲片嗰個組織。唔記得絲片嘅組織喺邊添？好似鐘樓嗰度嘛？鐘樓喺邊度？呢度？原來我都係識少少佛格話之路嘅。好似記錯咗，好似唔係呢度。做街添。行開，喂，你又搞咩啊？咩料？都冇得揾敵人啊！係咪要做其他任務嘅時候先打到啊？真係無聊啊！咁啊，繼續做住先啦，行下街啦，同你呢。遠唔遠啊？500幾米，一定係唔會就咁行過去㗎啦。哇！真係要行過去喎。OK， 已經係最接近離開到學校嘅地方嘅出口啦。唉，真係無聊嘅，咁樣行過去。行路 online 撞跌呢啲嘢。好遠啊！着晒波衫嘅。臨 一入到嚟就係睇呢啲咁樣嘅嘢，行路遊戲體驗。聽日再睇啦，林良。我特登玩呢隻 game 係因為 J 圖去咗旅行啦，呢個新年假。我特登玩呢隻一個人玩嘅 game，我要繼續維持住我嘅直播生活。咁佢返嚟點算？返嚟我就會打爆咗機，就係咁。雖然而家好似先至6%，唔係真事啊嘛。你行啦，阿貴。
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I am well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow and the 3 broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
如果唔介意喎，點解佢哋到時揾你？我唔講得。
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The 2 of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the 3 broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabili Land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit. Try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
咩叫挖格道？音樂都變晒。有嘢賣。
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion.
Any whispers going about the town?
There's a thief on the loose by the name of Katrin Haggerty. She's an ashwinder. She's stealing everything that's not nailed down, and people have had enough. Katrin's hiding in a camp just southwest of town.
Can you tell me a bit about yourself?
Oh, let's see. Well, I am Lower Hogsfield's preeminent potioneer. And I was once a lowly Hogwarts student like you. In fact, I'll give you the Hogwarts discount. It's the standard price. My prices are low enough already, you see.
What do you have for sale?
I sell only potions and their ingredients. If you can't fix it with a potion, then it's best left broken, I say. My ingredients are all local to this area.
What do you have for sale?
What can I help you with today?
啲菇成日都執到啊！呢個自己識整，呢個咧加工，冇乜用。
Hope to see you again sometime.
哦，但係關我哋睇緊嘅嘢咩事啊？燒雞。
Incendio！
完全唔驚，點解完全唔驚嘅？咦？嘿嘿，放散晒。想講返，冇啦講咩面
？Archie, I don't have time to argue. I've told you repeatedly not to stray far from home, especially when I'm inside with your little sister.
But you should see them, Mummy. They're beautiful. These horses with wings.
Oh, that's enough. I'm too tired of your stories today. You stay right here where I can see you. Why don't you do some more drawings for me?
Very well, Mummy.
Leviosa!
好似啲遊戲係專登要整到啲動物係唔死得嘅，驚俾人告鼓吹虐待嗰啲。
Incendio! Accio!
協助陌生人。
Revelio.
Hello.
Can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. I was hoping someone would come along soon. You see, I need to retrieve...
Diving into the lake sounds like...
Splendid!
What do you need help with?
Years ago, my grandfather, who... They never returned.
I'm so sorry.
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their birth. Father was so distraught. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that... I understand. I've cross-referenced my best guess. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
Students, you can't be...
咁嚴重嘅主事，
Leave her alone.
做埋呢個任啦咁。
I'll have taken your life before you even... I will not be cast about your abuse! Stop that! Stop it! You
Plan to make quick work of you. Dodged him at his house.
Received that
light go out of your eyes.
Veldig bra.
Time to teach. We can hold them off.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Don't fight you, though.
You're easy as a Scotland in a row. Let me back some more. No, no, no!
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner.
I'm so close
to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch
全部任務都做唔到最好嘅咩，即係譬如比賽個波波又輸咗，呢一個佢有倒數打完嘅時間又打唔到，但係又冇得 read，真係可惜。
You've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant potioneer. Has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling peddler. Here's what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin, I had just arrived. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has its...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you... I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swirl on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now? Incendiary.
It's uncharted territory. I'm curious about these...
Accio. Leviosa.
要解密喎，咁真係要 off 噶喎，如果唔係又卡關又係搞。 三角形。一樣樣嘅三隻樹。
Now, what to do about these pyres?
Incendio! The flames make the pyre sink.
Oh.
Incendio!
就係咁就解咗音。太輕鬆啦喎！呢個音樂，哇！解鎖咗個靈魂出嚟喎。
What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed...
Are all of the trials like this one?
Hmm? Oh, not precisely. Well, you should feel free to solve. My guess is that each will also require mallow soup, which you can find in Hogs. I really must. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Greetings. I understand you're quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw. Professor Fig tells me you found... lost book for him. I'd like to talk to you about it.